business. The business side of dying is I'm still waiting for my porta cath, and I will call again tomorrow after lunch. I was told yesterday when I called that it probably won't be until next week at least, and my appointment is on the 21st to get my first chemo, so they're not going to do it too much before that. So there I go. My sleeping habit is deteriorated. I'm averaging maybe 3 to 4 hours max of a night, and I haven't been taking any happy pills for a while, but last night I reluctantly had to take one just so I could sleep somewhere solid. And the problem is my little man comes to visit me, and some days are worse than others, and sometimes he's going on like for a couple of hours, and I end up having a dialogue with him, and I tell him to fuck off, and sometimes he's reluctant to go, and once I'm awake it's like I don't go back to sleep, and I think, okay, later on I'm going to have a nap, but I don't. And it's just about everything, and it's been more so since my trip with my sister, and I've come back, so I could be just thinking a lot about her and her being 3,500 miles away, and then coming back to reality, and could be a little bit of depression in there too. I mean, I am dying and I am allowed to be depressed, and sometimes I think feeling a little sorry for myself, but there are people worse off than me, and it's about balance, I think. Giving myself the time to grieve is what I'm doing. I'm grieving for my own death because I don't want to die. I'd like to live until I'm 125, but you know, I'll take 124, but it's not going to happen. So that's how it is right now. Last Sunday just gone, Mark actually had a day off, and he told me the day before he was going to have a day off, so we decided that we were going to go on a roadie, and we're just going to go hit the highway, and just go east. More places to go when you go east. We had a mission last week. Morrie had found these at the checkout, and there's 4 different ones here. And I had talked to the girls about my ashes, if they would like some of my ashes. And they both said yes. I had mentioned about the Lilliput Lane idea. So anyway, go back to at the checkout, and Morrie spied one of these and said, hey, look at this. And it's they're used for pills. You won't be able to cross the border with these because if you carry pills, they're going to be in the original container. But anyway, what I thought what a great idea was that my ashes could go in here. And you can seal this. This is a screw thread, but you can seal it pretty easy with some glue and seal it up. And it's on a keychain, and I go everywhere with the person that would like to have a piece of me with them. So I thought that was just great. Anyway, so I've got 4 of them, one for each of the girls, and I spare this one. I think it's probably going to be for my daughter. And they're different colors, so I want to buy some more. So Mark and I thought that we'd stop off at a couple truck stops just to see if we could find any more, and we didn't. But anyway, we carried on, and we got closer down the 401 and decided to go to Woodbine. There's a mall there, Woodbine Centre, and I wanted to go to a Disney store, and I was looking for Lilliput Lanes. I've got 3 specific Lilliput Lanes that I want to get for my kids, and they all have Mum in them, and so one of them probably go for Brooklyn, but anyway, that's what I was looking for. So I had an agenda to go to the mall, and then we'd go to the casino. Anyway, so we go to the mall, and but they have an indoor theme park. Like, what place to go if it's raining, crappy outside? Go indoors and have fun for the day. And we ended up buying a day pass, and we got the seniors rate because the girl asked if we were seniors, and I said, well, close to it. And she kind of chuckled. She said, well, I'm going to give you the seniors pass anyway. So we paid $12 each, and we could go on the rides for as many times as we wanted, and so that's exactly what we did. We had a blast, and I took lots of pictures up there, and just to be a kid again, and waiting in line, and observing people, observing kids, some that were just angels, and then some just your typical kids, and then some that just have to be on that ride now, regardless if they're at the back of the line or not. But anyway, all and kids are kids, and we were kids too, and we had fun. And actually, I have to mention about one little thing there. We were waiting for the train, And Mark said, "Did you see that?" And up on this board, there's a picture of a little girl, and her name is Kalila. And the notices come from the Sunshine Wish Foundation. And this little girl was 7 years old when she died. And one of the carriages on the train is named after her, and it's pink. And it has butterflies. And I thought to myself, this little girl is 7 years old and lost her life. She has such a bright smile, I didn't have to take a picture of her because she's still in my head. And here I am. I've lived my life, so why should I be complaining? Hers was cut short, and I'm sure she touched the hearts of many, many people, but unfortunately she was just not on this earth long enough to touch the hearts of many more. And so I felt kind of a connection with this little one. Okay, on to Miss Brooklyn now. Last week, I believe it was Thursday, I was over at her place visiting, and she wanted to go to McDonald's, the one with the slide in St. Thomas. Anyway, she doesn't know it's St. Thomas, but she said the one with the slide. So it was kind of later on in the day, and I was tired, so I told her no. I said, how about next Monday? I said, you're not at school. I said, so Nanny will come and pick you and Mummy up, and we'll go for lunch at McDonald's in St. Thomas. So that was good. So comes Monday morning, I get a phone call from Alicia, and Brooklyn remembers. I promised to take her to McDonald's with the slide. So a promise is a promise. So we follow through, and we end up at McDonald's, and we have our lunch first. We've got to have lunch, and then we can go in the playland area, whatever you want to call it. There's a couple of kids in there. One was close to her age, so they're playing, and then those other two little kids have to go, and then now she's by herself. I couldn't have her by herself playing. So Nanny took off her shoes and went on the equipment with her. And because I have claustrophobia, it was a little tough, not as bad as going through like the MRI machine, but it was still in my mind, but as long as I could keep moving, then it was not so bad. But if you've ever been in those tubes at McDonald's where you're going vertical, and you kind of like, you go in and squeeze your body around and come up, and you're going like a snake like this, yeah. Glad to say that I did make it, and we took several pictures in there, and going down the slide a couple times, and I actually had a blast. We did that for a good, probably 45 minutes I played in there, I think. And then there was some other little kids that came in, so it was time for me to come on out and let her play with kids of her own age, but we had fun. She was quite happy when it was time to leave, and yeah, it was good. I really enjoyed it. So did she. Anyway, I've got to turn this around.
Of course.
See?
Mine doesn't mean much.
Guinness.
67. I know, I'm bored. Sorry.
Pumps up the iron.
Cheers.
Ready? Cheers, my friend.
Love you.
Love you more.
Nothing's coming out of this fucking bottle. It is frozen.
What's
because
wrong?
I decided to put them in the freezer so they would be cold. And I knew I would forget it.
She asked me to remember. I'm dying.
Fuck.
Do you think I remember?
Hang on.
We got a straw? Up in here.
Yes, a straw.
Up there. Right in front.
That's a great idea.
Which reminds me, I want to go to Costco again.
Okay, when do you want to go to Costco?
Oh, wait.
How do you say it?
Costco. We should, oh yeah.
What? What do you think? Tell them.
We'll wait.
Okay, tell them why I got a straw in my beer.
She's got a straw in her beer because she wants to get drunk. She's got a straw in her beer because,
Here's your, well,
I'm getting dripped on.
Look, sorry, that's not gonna help. How are you gonna play with me if it's over there?
It's yours. You're not going to know yet.
No, sneak out. Okay, sneak out.
Didn't see a thing, did you? Didn't see a thing.
Okay, first of all, we've celebrated. I'm drinking out of a straw because my beer is frozen.
And it's frozen because she didn't take it out of the
I
freezer.
freaking forgot.
She
Anyway,
me, but
there's a reason why we've set up differently. If you're not aware, in the kitchen is because I want to fulfill one of my bucket lists with Sally before she leaves me alone. So anyway, but first we're going to talk about a memory, right, Sal?
Yes.
So what memory?
A memory. Memories. We're going to talk about when we went on our trip in 2004. We went to the Orkneys, which is one of the island, well, it's a good sized island, but it's off the top of Scotland and in the North Sea actually. Actually, it borders the North Sea and the Atlantic Ocean. But anyway, not that we need a history lesson or a geography lesson.
But Sally loves history, so I let her do that part. I don't even interrupt her.
Anyway, so we're now on this little island at Stromness, which is on the mainland of the Orkneys.
Yes.
It's only like about a half-hour bus ride once we got across the water from Shipinse onto Kirkwall and then the bus to Stromness. Anyway,
And because we... Oh, no, wait. I interrupted.
You sure?
Yeah, I thought I'd wait.
Can
I'll
I
tell you.
continue?
Yeah, I think you should continue.
I can continue. See, we're both competitive people in case you haven't known.
You're right. I'm sorry.
knows that?
My
Anyway.
fault.
Anyway,
We're
So-
a strong nest. My fault.
I gotta have a drink.
Me too. Okay.
Oh God, that's cold. We've had boobies that have hard-ons now. Lights. But they're gone. Hey, I wonder if I'll get my booze back when I die.
I bet you will. I bet you will. What
38 double D's.
I was just going to say, what size would you like?
I haven't had any for a while, so please, 38 double D's. Wouldn't that be something? God. Anyway, back to the story. We're in Stromness. We've arrived in Stromness. We've gotten to our hostel. And
this is where I need to interrupt now.
okay.
The hostel. We had just came from the castle, which was our bragging rights. It was huge, elegant, beautiful, historic. Now we're back to our hostels.
We're back to reality.
Simplistic lifestyle. And it is I think the smallest hostel I've ever been in because you could go
You could touch wall to wall.
wall
in the
to
room.
wall. Go ahead.
We had bunk beds and
Yes.
a little sink in the corner.
And the little sink in the corner.
Yep.
A
at least we could brush
radiator.
A radiator.
How you would say it. So we could dry our
so we
underwear,
could-
which
Yeah.
which is
Excellent.
very important when you hear the story.
Excellent. Yes. It is important. It is. Wasn't just
Because we didn't
underwear.
want to pay money for the dryer. I don't think there was. Oh, there
No.
was washer and dryer.
No, well, there was wash and dry, but we didn't have to pay for it.
We didn't have, right.
But at the time of night, we would not have been able to use it anyway.
Yes, that's right.
So what
Anyway.
happened was we're next door at it's called the Royal. It's also a hotel too, but it's called the Royal. Just had a wash. It's called the Royal. It's a hotel and pub. Anyway, so we're sitting in where you'd get meals, and why? Because we weren't going to eat. We just went in there for a drink. We had a busy day out, and it's now dark, and we're in there, and we're sitting at this table, and above us is a map that shows Hudson Bay. And I said, that Hudson Bay's in the wrong spot. So as I say that, there's two guys sitting over here, like older than us, I would
Yes,
say.
yep.
And they got in on the conversation right off the bat. And they believed that Hudson Bay was in the right spot, and I said no, it wasn't. But anyway, we end up talking to these guys, and they never did buy us a drink. Ruth thinks they're hitting on us.
They were hitting on us. Sally had no idea, by the way. And I said, Sally,
I was naive.
I'm sorry. I said, these guys are hitting on us. I just felt it. So we find out that they're friends and they're on this yearly boat trip.
Yeah, they get together. They must live in different parts of.
And they're married, by the
They're
way.
married, yes.
Mm.
So I think the one was from Scotland, the other one was
Correct.
from somewhere else in England. But they get together, and every year for 3 weeks, and they go fishing and boating, whatever they do. And so anyway, we're talking to them for a while, and we have a couple beers, and then we leave because we want to get a few of our groceries for the hostel. And there was they told us about this store that would be open further down called the Co-op. Anyway, so we're going down to the Co-op, and they follow us.
Followed
They
us.
followed us.
And I'm saying to Sally, this is making me nervous.
Yes, it was making me nervous too. And but I'm more brazen and I'll tackle it because nothing's going to happen, right? I'm me, I'm stubborn, whatever else. So we go to the store, and we're leaving the store with our bags, and nature calls.
This is freaking funny.
Nature calls, not just on my bladder. No,
She has to go so
I
bad.
have to go.
She says, Sally, Or she said, sorry.
And I'm like,
she is like really worried. And I said, Sally,
I'm in pain.
I said, Sally, maybe if we walk a little faster, it'll be better. No, she
Made it worse.
made it worse. And she'd be in front of me and she's squeezing her butt cheeks.
I'm stood in the doorway, just
Oh my
squeezing
God,
tight. Like,
I was
oh my
worried.
God,
I thought,
I'm like
oh,
paralyzed.
There's nothing we
Every
can
little
do.
step with your legs close together, and you're trying to move your feet.
And
just so you
laughing
get the
didn't
steps.
help. Laughing didn't help. And
Laughing
you said,
didn't
I
help.
don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to make it. And so I said, give me the bags. I'll go to the room, and you go straight to the washroom because it's like a communal washroom.
Yeah.
So
Because there are no public washrooms.
correct. Yeah,
On our
correct.
way.
Correct.
There were no public
No
washrooms on
public
our way.
washroom. So we go into our place. I go into our room. She goes into the communal washroom, and I wait there.
The explosion happened before
I
I
have
got
no
there.
idea if she's made it, if she's did skid marks in her pants, what's happened.
No.
Till there's a knock on the door.
No, it's called running down your legs mode. It was not nice. It would not have been nice to see.
But what was
It
fun?
was
Go ahead.
it was good relief. I went, but what
She-
happened then is I can't go out. I can't have that stuff against me, so I kind of clean up a little bit in the washroom there, and I have to take my clothes off, of course, and
You have a jacket.
and the only means that I have to get from the bathroom to our room, which is out the door, turn left, go down the hallway a little bit, just by the kitchen, and there's our door to our room. And I have my jacket. That's all I have.
That's all she has on.
It just covered
You
my
have-
ass.
Think about it. She knocked on the door and I opened it up, and there's Sally, naked. Naked.
Let me in.
Naked. Well, I think is waist down, but she pulled her jacket as far down as she could because she's got nothing else on because she shit her fucking pants.
Yeah, I did. It was bad.
Oh, I was laughing so freaking
So then I have
hard.
to, wash my clothes now, and then I also have to have a shower, and
And then she dries her. Sorry, this is where the
then
radiator.
So I've washed my clothes out, and they are smelling nice and clean now, and then the radiators, they came in good, and
Right.
yeah, so they were good.
They were.
Dried the
We
clothes
like
really,
that.
really
Yeah,
well.
we really like that. And
Yeah.
on that note, that was a memory. And I'm going to create another one. Because on my bucket list, my plan is I've always wanted to do this to Sally. Don't ask me why. But anyway, we had fun on that trip, right?
We did.
And so I've always wanted to look and say to Sally, there's more.
The dance!
There's more.
Where'd you buy these from?
I don't know. Oh, from Metro. But you know what I think? It's because we left.
Oh, we left them out.
We
They should've
left
been
them.
in the
They
fridge.
should have been in the fridge. You know.
Hi, Ma!
Oh, could you
No.
imagine if Mark walked in now? This is why we had to be in the kitchen. But you know what? I've always wanted to do this. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
We're sitting in the wrong chairs for us to do our ending. We have to
What?
switch.
Oh,
because
God.
we can't do our ending.
Oh my God, it's just like sitting on shit.
Okay, shit. Shit.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. All right. I love you, my friend.
Squishy, I love you.
Thank you so much for letting me be.
I do love you, my friend.